it's Kay. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hello. My name is Kay. I'm a professional home organizer and soprano here in the Boston area, and I am here to inspire you to live a more organized life. So I am not in my office. Well, I'm in my office today, but I apologize for being in front of a green screen. As you can tell, this is a fake background, but just for reasons, I need to have the background sort of concealed. Anyway, I want to do a kind of a fun video with you today. I wanted to look at some of my old spaces and old organizing projects with you from back in the day before YouTube, even before the organizing business, before everything. I just thought it'd be fun to go back and talk about some of my old processes and my old situations, and maybe it'll give you a little inspiration to help you in your space or see how things evolved. I thought it'd be really fun. Before we get started, this video is sponsored by Extra Space Storage. We'll talk about them a little later in the video, but for now, let's get into the old spaces. So I'm in front of my green screen because I created this folder that had all my old spaces in it so that I could bring them onto the screen and look at them with you. So here we go. Let's look at the first space. We'll just start and we'll go in order. What's this one? Oh, this is my very first alpha closet. Look at the neatness. This was the very first alpha closet I installed for myself, and I was so happy with it. Look at all my colorful clothes. I have a lot of colorful clothes, and it looks like I only had 2 drawers. Wow. My life has evolved since then. I have a lot more drawers than 2. Was all my stuff there? I don't remember, but however, this was one of the best closet projects I did. It looked really pretty, and I used every single square inch of that closet. So there's if you have a custom closet system, you can really use every single square inch. Even up at the top, there's no space left. At the bottom, there's nothing underneath the skirts. So I thought this was a really fun little thing. And look at those yellow shoes. Those are the best. I still have those. They're awesome. Oh, wow. This was my pantry before I organized it. So if you guys can see there's stuff all over the place. And this was the first project that I actually did and had real intention doing it. I think I got a bunch of stuff from Container Store. I think this was when I first started working there. And I don't know why I took a before and after picture. I wasn't organizing on the side at this time, but maybe I was planning to. I don't know. But you can see that there's just stuff in front of stuff in front of stuff in front of stuff. So it looked a little messy. The bottom didn't look too bad, although I don't know what's going on at the bottom there. But yeah, this was the before picture. Wait, that's another before picture, except this one's really dark. But this picture, yeah, this is a hot mess. This is a hot mess. This was the after picture. Oh, fun. So it looked like I got the shelves, those step shelves. I still have those. I still totally have those step shelves. And I put some bins. I use drawers as bins in the cabinet. That's something I recommend too, that if you are not using those alpha freestanding drawer unit drawers as drawers, you can use them as bins and they work just as well. And I got another bin for some other stuff that didn't stack well. I binned up, looks like the sauces on the side. And oh, that looks so much better. Look at that. I mean, it's not something that it's not a project that I would do today, but looking at it does make me very satisfied. And oh, I put all of my oils and vinegars in those clear, beautiful bottles. I love those. Those are relatively inexpensive, and you can just decant your stuff in there, and it just makes it look really beautiful and makes everything look neat. So I really like this. Look at that. Look how cute it looks. I did good. Okay, I'm not sure, but I think this project actually evolved. Let me just look at this. Oh, I put a drawer unit in there eventually. So that was the first phase. That was first phase. Yeah, I think eventually I did put a drawer unit in there. I don't know if that picture is available right now. I can't find it. But I did put a drawer unit with like cereals and stuff in there, as you can see. Look at that. I always think that's a really good idea for pantries as well. If you have a bunch of like really just empty space at the bottom, drawer unit is a great idea. I don't have the full picture of this, but I can find it and put it in the video for you to see that. So this project sort of evolved over, I think, a few months. So if you're organizing your pantry and you're stuck in a place where you're like, well, I could say it's okay, but like, I don't think that I'm finished, you might not be finished. So I always advise people to just live with it for a while. And then when you go back and buy new products, you can upgrade it like I did. So I upgraded it to this amazing drawer unit, and the pantry was so much more functional after that. I remember this pantry and being really, really, really happy with it. I think because when you work at the Container Store, you get 50% off of Alpha products. So it was not it was very affordable for me to do this project. So I was very excited. And I actually moved this project to my new home after that when I moved. So I will show you that in a second. So I moved to a much smaller apartment, and I know I've talked about this kitchen before, but this was my old kitchen in my bachelorette pad. I like to call my bachelorette pad. And it was small. This apartment was 420 square feet. I remember I measured it, and it was basically a glorified studio apartment because it had one closet, and I was treating that closet as a coat closet. And there was no closet in the bedroom. I was living in that closet, which I'll show you in a moment. But I've shown pictures of this kitchen before, but I don't think you get the idea of how small it was. It was basically a galley kitchen. This was the full extent of it from the sink, and the sink area actually looked like this. This was like the other view to the sink area, and that I had, I guess, two little pieces of counter that I could use. And one piece of counter was used up for my drying rack, and that was it. My other little piece of kitchen was basically for cooking, and you could not get a lot done in this kitchen in terms of cooking before I added that baker's rack. And that was so much, it was so helpful. It did make the entrance a little bit tiny, but I definitely was happy to give up that space for the baker's rack. I was so grateful. It added so much more prep. Actually, I don't think that I did my prep anywhere else but that baker's rack for the year that I lived there. And I was very happy in the end with that kitchen. All you have to do is add a little bit of extra storage space with a baker's rack, with a little island. You can add so much more storage and prep space to your kitchen just by adding a little island or a baker's rack. I've seen great ones at IKEA for very affordable prices. So if your kitchen is like mine and you're like, what do I do? Just add a little extra furniture, a little storage furniture. You can see I had a big old trash can as well, and a recycling bin, and I had my microwave on the baker's rack. It was just, my coffee maker was there. It was just a really great piece of furniture. Around the corner from that baker's rack, I had this guy. This was basically my pantry. You can actually see the baker's rack in the photo. But this was one of the most versatile pieces, like shelving, I think, Frankenstein things I put together. It's 3 alpha drawer units at the bottom, which basically were part of my pantry, and then a lot of my pantry was at the top, along with all of my cooking stuff and pots and pans and all that stuff that I had up there, because I liked to cook, but I had a really small kitchen, and it came from a big, huge kitchen. And I was like, well, I'm living there by myself. I don't really care that I have my shelving out and my stuff out in the living room. I didn't mind. It was next to the piano, as you can see. And I loved it. I loved the way that everything fit together really nicely. And again, a little extra sort of prep space on the top of the drawer units. I could at least put stuff there. Like, if I think that bowl actually has bread dough in it. I think if I can zoom close enough, I'm pretty sure it had bread dough proofing on the top. So it was like extra counter space, really helpful. I had teacups there. All of my oils and vinegars were there, spices. It was just a really nice little pantry that I had out in the living room. People would come over. They were like, oh, you have your really? And I'm like, yeah. It's totally cool. And I loved my little apartment. I miss it sometimes. Okay, here is the progress on Friday. Oh, this was the apartment before we moved in. The last apartment. I dragged this movie over and I had no idea what it was, but now I do. Oh my goodness. Wow, this brings back nostalgia. If you guys have been watching my channel for a while, you'll know this is our apartment before we moved into it. Before it was even finished, there's Dunkin' cups on the floor. They were working in the place. Oh wow. This is amazing. More shirt and dryer. Not much room for anything else in this space. Wow. This was before YouTube, so I don't know why I shot this video. Pocket door is. Or who I thought I was. Here's the bathroom. Oh wow. Like the button press thing, and there's the sink. The button press thing. Storage there. Cool little sink. I'm glad that it's not like one of those. Look how dirty everything was before it got cleaned before we moved in. Oh, the shower seat. I missed the shower seat. And here's the shower head, and very simple controls for me because I'm a simple person. And this little space here, which is about 15 inches this way and like 13 inches this way, so we'll work something out. Wow. And that is the whole space. Okay, coming along. Wow, I didn't realize that was like that was going to be that video. That's so funny. Okay, I have a few more pictures to bring over and look at. That was a fun movie. And then we've got, we've talked about the closet in my bedroom that I had when I was living in my bachelorette pad. So I didn't have a closet in my bedroom, but I built one, this Alpha freestanding closet. So if you don't have a closet and you don't mind living in your closet, this is a really versatile shelving system. This is the Alpha freestanding system from the Container Store, totally freestanding. There's no things installed into the wall. It's wonderful. I had storage for shoes, lots of drawers, places for things to hang. I mean, I have too many clothes at the time. I mean, there's no way that anybody needed that many clothes, but I thought it was a really cool thing that I had. Look at all the storage space. Wow. I mean, that's a lot of shoes. It was a lot of shoes. I've gotten rid of so much more, I've gotten rid of so much since then. I mean, this was a lot. I had a lot of dresses back in the day. I've downsized a lot in terms of clothes. Like, look at all those boxes just filled with clothes. I can't even imagine what's in them. But wow, I had a lot of clothes back in the day. Yeah, a lot of clothes. I have a few more pictures left. So what is this picture? Oh, this is from an apartment where you guys did not see it all. This was the first apartment that I lived in with my husband, then fiance. This is before we were married, and I took my Alpha freestanding and turned it into this entertainment system. And I thought it was really clever. And it looked a little bit cluttered for me, but I mean, we're this sharing space with someone for the first time. I think there's another view of it here. Yeah. I mean, this was, we were getting together for the first time. We were moving into together, and we were integrating our stuff, and it wasn't bad. I don't think that I would like to have this much stuff out in the future. But it wasn't bad for back in the day. I think I have one or two more photos to look at. Let's see. Oh, this is another fun solution from that space. So this was after I had moved out of my bachelorette pad because we'd gotten engaged, and I turned my baker's rack into this storage shelving. So I got two new poles, or I think I had them. I had the poles. So I switched out the poles, and I got, I think, a couple extra shelves and made this extra prep area and wine storage area, and also storage for our pots and pans and some cookbooks and stuff. And actually, that was a really good evolution for that system. That was like a kind of a glow up for that in our new space because, again, we were moving in together, and he had been living here alone for like 10 years. And I had moved all my stuff in, and we were combining a lot of our stuff together. And this was a really good compromise for that space. And I think that was really clever. Oh, and I think the last picture is a close-up of the side. I was very proud of this. I was very, very proud of this. Let me just get that out of the way and and put that on there. Yeah, that was the pot holder that I was very proud that hung off the side. I used the Intrametro hooks as holders for the pot holder that not pot holder but lid holder for the pots and pans, and I thought that was very clever, so I took a picture of it. So I don't know what I was planning to do with that picture, but well, hey, I'm talking about it in a YouTube video right now, so I don't know, I thought that was kind of fun. I had so much fun reliving my old space memories with you, and now for a word from our sponsor, Extra Space Storage, who has helped us through so many of these transitions with these very spaces. Today's video is sponsored by Extra Space Storage. Extra Space Storage is the second largest operator of self-storage facilities in the USA, with over 1,900 facilities in over 40 states. At Extra Space, you can rent a space to store your personal or business belongings at a clean, secure property. Unlike full-service storage services where you might have limited access to your belongings, self-storage gives you so much more control. You can pack and arrange the storage unit however you like, and you can have access to your belongings at any point during your location's open hours, so you can take things out whenever you'd like. Self-storage is an amazing option if you have life transitions, if you're moving, if you need to move out of your home temporarily while doing renovations and need somewhere to put your furniture and all of your belongings. I have personally used Extra Space Storage an amazing, fantastical 3 times in less than 6 years, and it was an amazing experience every time. Every unit I rented was amazingly clean. I felt my belongings were safe there, and the staff that were there treated me so kindly and were so helpful in picking out the right size unit and helping me and guiding me along the way. Each time when I needed to move out of my unit, it was super smooth and easy. Extra Space Storage was great about letting me do this, and I was so honored when they asked me to offer some organizing advice over on their YouTube channel. If you're looking for more apartment organizing tips, I did an entire video on Extra Space's storage channel, so go ahead and check out that video after you watch this one. Thank you so much to Extra Space Storage for sponsoring, because storage just isn't about space, it's about helping people for a better tomorrow. Thank you so much to Extra Space Storage for sponsoring this video. I hope this inspired you. I hope this gave you some ideas for your own space and how your space can evolve over time. I don't know if this was a helpful video, but it was kind of fun to make. I hope you guys are having a great morning, great afternoon, great evening, wherever you are. I'll see you in the next one.